Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to take a look at the first form cell, or the transforming first form cell, and we're going to see how he does in Esbr. Now this is the Android's Esbr, so we're going to take a look at how well he does in here. Obviously the thing with Cell, first off we can see pretty high defense, obviously great. The Cell's at 55%. I think it's important to take note that Cell is designed realistically for this type of stage. Remember, his passive is attack and defense of 170%. When he's facing 2 or more enemies in his first form, he gets an additional attack and defense of 80% with an 18% crit chance and evasion, and he gains an additional 70% attack and defense when facing 3 or more, and another 17% evasion and crit chance. So this is really like his bread and butter. This is where he thrives. He gets additional super attacks when above 50% health. So we can see here that Cell looking really good, doing some nice good damage in the beginning, tanking really well with an item. Really good start. So exceptional start here by Cell. Really good job overall. A really good unit that just does really good stuff. Great work so far from Cell. He's designed for these stages. So remember, in his first form he has this big benefit, and in his second form he has this big benefit as well from facing multiple enemies. So he'll gain 120% attack and defense in his second form, and it's important to note like how well he's designed to do this. Remember also that these second forms, by the 5th turn or 6th turn, depending on when you start with him in the rotation, he will no longer have benefits against multiple enemies, and that's strictly designed to be that way. Like, he's designed to function like that. He's meant to do that. He's meant to function like that. And so that's really how Cell's meant to be. Like, he is designed so that he can handle, this exact situation. So he basically is good. You're facing multiple enemies. He's really solid. You slowly whittle down the enemies and eventually get left with one left, and at that point Cell is strongest against that singular enemy. So Cell's, I'm not going to say he's designed solely for Esbr or Esbr, but it's very clear that if you want to see the best of Cell the whole way through, he was designed for events like these, where he will face always multiple enemies in the first fight. And then you'll also see him eventually face singular enemies later on. It is super important to note. Here we can see Cell's going to obviously absorb Android 17. Remember, this is a 55% Cell. I thought it'd be good to show a 55% Cell. I'll probably show a 100% Cell in another video somewhere, maybe against the legendary Goku event or something. But yeah, you can see here 191,000 defense. So obviously great. He's going to be strong here. We are going to use a Princess Snake. We'll have him tank without an item a little bit later. But 191k, super duper solid. He's got 35% evasion chance as well, 35% crit chance. He's got a chance to fire additional super attacks because we're above 50% health. He's just looking really good. He's looking really good, really solid. And we can just see what kind of numbers he puts out here. It's going to be a big number. Still takes 19k there though on a type disadvantage, but 5.4 million, very solid. And at 55%, this is really impressive. We obviously get the critical, we get the additional attack, but it's not a super. But yeah, we look really solid. We're looking super duper solid. Really looking good. Like, Cell looks good, and he's one of the few units in the game that at 55% can fire 3 additional super attacks. Yeah, the chance is low, don't get me wrong, but it is a possibility that he can fire 3 super attacks in a single turn. So Cell looks really good so far. Cell is very good. He's honestly just a unit that I think in a similar sense to physical transforming Goku, the one that turns into SS3, I just think he is a unit that appeals to so many people because of what he does so much so easily. He has evasion, he has crit chance, he has additionals. all baked into his system at a very impressive rate. You know, he's got a 30% chance to launch an additional super attack. He's got a 35% chance to crit, 35% chance to evade, and I think all of that just makes him really, really strong and really appealing. That, along with his link set being pretty powerful, Big Bad Bosses is a very, very strong link the whole way through that can really beef him up. Cell honestly just looks really strong. So we've got Cell here. This is his best situation. If we're fighting 3 enemies, defense would be a bit higher, but it's okay for now. 148,000 defense is very, very good. Obviously a great starting point. We're getting some support from the strength cell as well, which, you know, does help. So yeah, he's looking really, really solid. Remember, he'll raise his defense on a super attack. He'll raise his defense after his super as well. Good attack stat here. Again, just a good attack stat. Will we get the additional? We get the evasion. Great. 17% evasion chance. Really not too hectic. But yeah, just looking good. Looking really, really solid. Doing a lot of good work. Doing good damage, good attack stats. When you're building Cell, I do suggest building a full additional build if you are going to build Cell, if you're going to rainbow him or anything like that. The chance for 3 supers is great, but with a 35% chance to crit, you're not really benefiting too much by going crit out of his system. And I think getting the additionals is going to be better because it is going to augment his defense quite a bit, quite substantially as well. So Cell looking rock solid. Cell looking like a really, really powerful unit, really, really strong. I really like Cell. I like what he brings to the table, and I'm really happy with his performance here. I think it's been really good. Obviously we have been using items, but we will assess Cell without items now, and we'll just see how he does in his second form. I think at first form, I think a rainbow Cell at first form could probably tank without items. He would still suffer from tech or type disadvantage attacks for sure, but I think he definitely could tank with type disadvantage. Although I do think that, you know, he would probably struggle a little bit against some fights. Androids, ESBR is also not necessarily the hardest ESBR, but he's looking really good. He's looking really, really good, really solid. He's doing a lot of great work, and yeah, I think Cell's honestly just super, super solid. We'll take a look at him now in this turn. We'll see how he does again in second form. But yeah, Cell, like I said, Cell is so impressive because in long form events, this kind of situation suits him as well, because he's only really weak in the beginning of long form events. When I say really weak, I mean he's average defensively in the beginning of long form events, and by the time he's perfect Cell, he's just going to be really, really, really good. So we can see here, super obviously transformed. We're still facing 2 enemies, 210k defense because we have Big Bad Bosses active. We're going to heal up from the orbs, I believe, which is going to get rid of Big Bad Bosses, but still looking like really good. Alright, we're going to tank. Oh, we're going to evade the super attack. Never mind, we're going to evade another attack. That's at 35%. Remember here, he's unconditionally 35%. Well, he's 35% because we're facing 2 enemies. You don't need the third. Nice big damage, big evasion. Single digits on the type disadvantage attack. Evades the type disadvantage. Single digits on the type advantage. Just really solid, like spectacular. Obviously we do have his best linking partner, but still just really good, like really, really good. So Cell looking solid, awesome, doing some good work, doing very, very solid overall. Obviously we've debuffed the enemy as well quite a bit, but it is a benefit of running an Android's team. I mean, that is just how it goes. But yeah, I think we've seen everything we need to see from Cell. We could go one more turn and see perfect Cell, but really this is a 55%, so I think we've seen everything we need to see from the first couple turns. Yeah, that's going to be it from me though, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can leave a like or leave a comment and I'll try and get back to you. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.